What's going on, family? Once again, you have me, Minister Marlin Austin, bringing you Spiritual Hot Shot. Hey, today on the Spiritual Hot Shot, we're going to talk about, the topic is, do you really love your child? Do you really love your child? The scripture I want to use is Proverbs 13, verse 24. It says, spare the rod, spoil the child, but he who loves the child is diligent to discipline them. Family, a lot of times, we need to realize that God has given us children not to just let them grow up themselves. We are responsible for raising these children. And a lot of times we take children and we misuse them. And we use them as like toys or some type of pawn or something, but it's a precious life. And we need to understand that if we don't discipline our child, we really can't say we love our child, because without discipline, a child gonna run wild. And you wonder why we have so much violence in the community, because we can't expect the church necessarily. They help. You can't expect the church and you can't expect school and everybody else to raise your child. You are responsible for raising your child. And if you don't raise your child properly, your child is it's gonna backfire on you, because you will be held accountable for not raising this child. And you spare the rod, you spoil the child. So if your son, I'm trying to figure out how these children can say Meek Mills from the beginning to end, know all the latest rap songs, but when it comes to the ABCs, the address, and you know who Jesus really is, they don't know anything about it. You are responsible as a parent. I'm not saying this to hit you over your head, but I'm calling you to the truth, to let you understand that you have to raise your children, or they're going to raise themselves, and they're going to become little hell raisers. Literally. So raise your children and you discipline them. You don't, and it says, you know, you spare the rod, you spoil the child, which means that the child will become a brat and it's not going to be responsible, because life is not going to cater to that child. Yeah, you love that child. Yeah, you take care of that child, but you have to discipline that child. Teach that child right from wrong. You can't keep telling the child to do the right thing, and if you doing the wrong thing, they're going to watch what you do. So if you smoking cools, you doing this, you got dudes running it out, that's what they're going to pay attention to. Then you have to say, do as I say, not as I do. That's not true. The children are not going to say what you, they're not going to do what you say. They're going to do what they see. So you have to show them an example how to live right before God, so that way they may be able to see the way to go. Lead them in the right path. And the beautiful thing is, God chastises us because we're his children. And if we can't be obedient to God, how are we tripping because our kids ain't listening to us? We can't even show our children how to have a level of obedience and discipline, because God has told us to do a lot of things that we don't do, but we want our children to do what we tell them to do. Come on, y'all with me? Father, parent. God chastises those that he loves. And when you're going through some things in your life, I'm talking to the grown folks now, when you're going through some things in your life and you may not understand why you're going through this, why you're getting the beating, because God is giving you warning after warning. If you don't stop that right there, you're going to get your butt wore out. Just like you do your children. You don't just beat them off the first break. You say, hey, look, stop doing that or you can get in trouble. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop. And then after a while, it escalates. Same way with us as parents. We need to understand that God has a level of order, and he loves us, so he's going to chastise us, and he's chastising us not to hurt us, kill us, or destroy us, but it's to build us and shape us and develop us to make us stronger and wiser. So we must learn how to know that if we obey God, our children will start obeying us. If we disobedient to God, we can't trip because our kids hard-headed because they're getting it from their parents. Apple don't fall from the tree. But the blessing is to understand that Jesus Christ is the one who can change your life and teach you how to be disciplined and walk obedient unto God. So I pray right now for each and every parent out there, ask yourself, do I really love my child? Because God really loves you, and he shows you every day by waking you up and starting you on your way. This is Minister Marlin Austin, Spiritual Hot Shots. You be blessed and be encouraged, and I'm praying for you and your children. Peace.